Hello, welcome. I'm your host, Elizibar, and this is Kamen America Volume 8. It's crazy when you have people who work hard and consistently produce material that's worth reading. Eventually, you stack up a whole lot of material to read. Like 8 volumes of this, there's like 4 volumes of Black Hops, there's just tons of stuff all set in this setting, which kind of grew organically over time. It started out in a parody kind of book, and now it's its own thing. It's grown. Here on the cover, we have our title character, Kamen America, aka Carly Vanders, being very busty. That's way bustier than I think she actually is. Also, she's here with her lightsaber, or as they like to call it, the boson Einstein saber thing. Yeah, I forget the exact name, but it's powered by, quote, boson Einstein condensates, which, well, I've already done a rant about that. So here she is again. I don't know why these PDFs load so slow, but they do. Whatever. I don't remember PDFs loading that slow like in the past, but hey, life comes at you fast, right? And here's kind of where we're going. Destiny is that which we are drawn towards, and fate is that which we run to. So, what is destiny? What is fate? I think destiny and fate are kind of the themes of this whole volume because there's one character later on who definitely runs towards something. It is his fate to go out doing a thing. We're not spoiling it. Not going to spoil exactly what happens. What I am going to spoil is, dude, he just socks. What's this guy's name? Zener Ecto, right? Crack. He's got the power to raise the dead and all that, and so he's like chasing him. This is after he like crashed his car and stuff at the end of the last issue, and then he promptly shot him in the face, which you can see he didn't last. And we're having a throwdown. Like we start off picking right up where we left off in the previous volume. We start off having a good little action sequence of an unpowered dude going in and taking on a dude that does have powers by being a little bit smarter, by not relying on having abilities. He's kind of leveled the playing field to where he can take him on and actually kind of hold his own until, help comes, until there's a rescue, until somebody shows up and helps resolve the situation. We're skipping ahead to page 11 of the PDF here. This is a little bit after that previous sequence, and he's arriving in this car. And I just wanted to show you, like, he's okay. Plus, most importantly, I wanted to show you the number one hero of the book. Right there, the capybara, badger. You know, they're like, hey, we got attacked. We need to, we're coming with you. And they're like, whoa, no, you can't do that. I'm the lady from Black Hops. I'm Spec Forces. You can't come with us. It's too dangerous. If they're attacking Carter's family, it's better they stick with us. And who decides at the end? Boop, boop. Yep, that's right. The capybara. Let's go. Go to page 17 because I just wanted to show the giant robot. Now, if I remember right, this robot's actually formed out of other smaller automatons. I love that name, by the way. They come together, make a giant robot, and well, there she is with the boson Einstein condensate attack, which didn't really do that much in this case. Now, from here on out, a whole lot of the rest of this book is one big, gigantic action sequence. It doesn't really let you catch your breath until the point comes to which you're like wishing, I wish I wasn't catching my breath. Like it doesn't stop, it doesn't relent, it doesn't let up. Everybody in the cast is in here somewhere doing something, helping fight stuff, or they're all doing their thing. We got the main characters, we got Hair Trigger, we got Vermilion Masquerade. Like all the characters are rolling in. Also, here in Area 51, we're stopping in here because, guys, you literally know somebody with a PhD and stuff. All right, so a transducer and a receiver are the same thing. All right. What I think what you mean here is a transmitter and a receiver. Because transmitters are kinds of transducers. Anything that converts energy from one form to another is a transducer. All right. So the right term to use over here would be the transmitter, and over here is the receiver. Just saying transducer doesn't mean anything because transducers take a lot of forms, like an electric motor that converts electricity into physical motion is a transducer. An antenna that broadcasts is a transducer. An antenna that receives is a transducer. So I think what you meant was transmitter, but it's too late now. Whatever. I'm just razzing you a little bit because I can. Also, I'm not strictly sure this part is true. This is only really true if her power only affects digital electronics. Just saying, leaving you with no signal to hack or to hijack, that doesn't seem right. Because if you can like mentally go through all the hoops of like dealing with digital signals, an analog signal is probably a lot simpler because you don't have to do any kind of digital encoding. But I digress. You all know how your powers work, so I'm hoping you're applying them correctly. Sorry, nitpick. Anyway, this is there's two big emotional punches in the book. We're going to spoil some of this one because it was a really great looking sequence, and it was really cool seeing this happen, seeing Vicky kind of complete her transformation, her redemption from being a jealous, angry person to a better person, to somebody who's actually kind of a hero. So we haven't even talked about like what's going on in the book. I've just been kind of nitpicking some of this stuff. So this whole thing takes place. The automatons. Let's go back to what was that? Page 17. Zip back over here. There we go. They're at Hoover Dam. All right. The Xena Rangers are there. Cynthia's mom is there, and they're doing a protest against electricity and that kind of stuff. The automatons are attacking. The idea is they're gonna destroy Hoover Dam without hurting anybody. That's the plan, and our heroes are here to stop them from doing that because I don't think there is a safe way to destroy Hoover Dam without destroying a lot of lives. Well, as our heroes interfere, the bad guys get more desperate. They start doing bad stuff where people are going to get hurt. And Hair Trigger shows up, Vicky shows up, and Vicky's like, hey, I'm going to go save the trapped workers. And so she's here inside the dam using her powers. Because if you don't know, Hoover Dam is just a big pile of concrete. In fact, I think Hoover Dam didn't finish curing until like the year 2000 or something. So it took a long time for that concrete to dry. She's in here using her powers to keep the dam from collapsing on top of the workers that are still trapped inside the dam. And look at that. Look at that. Isn't that a great little sequence? Like, we're up here, she's crying, she's on the phone, she's crying, oh man, I screwed up my whole life so bad. I've done all these bad things, but I can't let these people die. She's getting kind of like a pep talk over the phone, and boom, everything's going to be all right. It's a great page. This was the page that when I got to it and I read it, I looked at the whole thing, my eyes just kind of lit up for a few seconds, and I was like, whoa. That looks really cool. So hopefully I'm not like spoiling too much of the book because there's another big emotional punch coming up later. There's some silly stuff. Kamen Ramen's driving the Waku Waku robot and all kinds of weird shenanigans. Marmot Maiden and Hinshi show up, and Hinshi gets like super swole. I think I showed that page on my unboxing video for this book. The whole thing was a ton of fun. It was a blast reading it, but there's like some good emotional stuff in here. It's not just kind of mindless. It's not just like, oh, haha, kaboomski. Look at this lol so random. There are some random kind of semen stuff, but all of it has also been kind of previewed based on the characters, their personalities, their powers, like all that kind of stuff that's kind of maybe not strictly as serious as this page is earned. It's not just coming out of nowhere. It comes in and it's like, oh man, this makes sense. It all ties together really nicely. Anyway, I liked it. I had fun reading it. When I got to the end, I was a little surprised because it was only halfway through the PDF, because the second half of the PDF is the Japanese version of the book. So there we go. Excuse me. You all take care of yourselves. You have a great one. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope to see you again next time. Until then, bye-bye.